Now on CoastTV News.
Missile strikes continue as Trump visits Dover to honor 6 service members lost in war. A human trafficking investigation. A spa closes down in Salisbury. How the FBI is involved. Firehouse construction nearly complete in Indian River when the new station will be done.
We're seeing incredibly mild conditions across Delmarva this evening as a warm front is lifting to the north. We'll see Sunday showers with the cold front and then very warm as we head into next week. Full forecast details coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
A dignified transfer in Dover today. Good evening, I'm Brandon Ferguson. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight with President Trump at the Dover Air Force Base today. President Trump oversaw the return of the remains of 6 American service members killed overseas, right here to Delaware. As NBC's Kelly O'Donnell shows us, the president is not shutting down the idea of sending troops on the ground into Iran.
A day of striking contrast for President Trump.
It's been a pretty wild time, but it's going very well.
Swagger over U.S. military action against Iran. Aboard Air Force One, pressed about a potential role for U.S. ground forces. The president kept his options open.
Could there be? Possibly, for very good reason. Have to be very good reason.
Meeting with a dozen Latin American leaders here in Doral, Florida. The president boasted about U.S. might, from ousting Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro to strikes against drug boats and talk of toppling Cuba's communist leadership.
Could you do us a favor? Take care of Cuba. I'll take care of it, okay?
But a wartime president also faces the price of conflict.
Very sad situation. To greet the families of the heroes coming home from Iran.
The solemnity of today's ritual at Dover, Delaware, as 6 American soldiers, ages 20 to 54, Army reservists, made the journey home. Sons, husbands, a mother of 2, draped by the flag, killed in Kuwait by an Iranian drone. The president, first lady, top administration officials, and governors paid their respects. Their families grieve, their nation grateful for their sacrifice.
The Trump administration has declared an emergency and sold 12,000 bombs to Israel, bypassing Congress in the process. According to a State Department notice, Israel had requested to buy the bombs, which are valued at more than $151 million. The notice says Secretary of State Marco Rubio determined the war with Iran constitutes an emergency that required the immediate sale of the bombs. As a result, the notice says the declaration waives congressional review requirements. As conflict with Iran continues, gas prices are continuing to rise. According to AAA, the average price of a gallon here in the U.S. is $3.41, which is the highest average since August 2024. The average price has surged just 43 cents in the last week. That makes it the largest weekly increase since early March 2022. That's when Russia invaded Ukraine. Diesel prices are rising even faster. The average price has gone up 75 cents in the last week to $4.51 a gallon.
Well, I think it's because of the war that's going on right now. It was good. I was happy with the prices, and now all of a sudden they're really high.
And we're now going to take a live look outside into Dover from our Bay Health Kent campus camera and bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahan. Bob, it was a good day outside today.
Oh, wow. It was beautiful out there, Brandon. Once that sun came out, the warm front came through, close to 70 inland, cold at the beaches, but the beaches are warming up now. 58 Bethany Beach, 61 IR Inlet, Lewis 65, Laurel 70, Seaford 70, so even warmer inland areas as a warm front is lifting to the north. We're seeing a southwesterly breeze around 7 to 14 miles per hour, and it's gusting to 27 in Seaford right now, gusting to 22 at Indian River Inlet. We're seeing clear skies highs right now, but once again, incredibly mild as a warm front is lifting to the north. We're seeing a few showers back west of D.C. right now. There is a weakening line of showers that's trying to head our way. I think a better chance of that as we go into your Sunday. There is dense fog along the coast, dense marine fog advisory until Sunday, 6 a.m. But look at these temperatures. At midnight, we're into the mid-60s, even mild at the beaches. Then heading into tomorrow morning, heading off to church, make sure you set your clocks ahead 1 hour and also have the umbrella because we're looking at showers and maybe a rumble of thunder as well as we move those clocks ahead for daylight saving time. Looks like a wet and mild start to your Sunday, even warmer into next week, maybe record highs. I'll have more on that coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Bob. A sand bypass system at the Indian River Inlet is back in action. The system recreates the natural flow of sand that is interrupted by the jetties. Deneric says the system was changed from diesel to electric, but when the bypass system is operating, expect temporary closures and restrictions near the Indian River Inlet. The system will operate Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. from March through May 15th. Deneric also says most of the Delaware Seashore State Park will remain open. Faster response times are in the future of people in Long Neck, according to the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company. The fire company is close to completing a multi-million-dollar construction project set to bring more space for equipment and bunk rooms. CoastTV spoke with members of the Volunteer Fire Company who say the extra space has many perks.
This expansion project for Indian River Fire Company is to convert our existing fire station from a 2-bay facility into a 4-bay multi-purpose facility, which will give us the ability to house larger apparatus, more efficient apparatus to respond to the area.
Miller says it will be at least another month before construction is finished in Long Neck. The national battle over redistricting taking center stage in Virginia this week. Early voting is now underway in Virginia for controversial redistricting referendum. Democrats currently hold 6 of the state's 11 U.S. House seats, but a proposed map could give them a 10-1 advantage. If voters approve the measure, the General Assembly would be allowed to redraw congressional districts ahead of the November midterms. Leaders on Virginia's Eastern Shore say shift in representation could slow progress on local priorities.
Red tape and different things in there that prevents you from doing business or makes doing business a whole lot slower. And we can't continue to run on things like that. You know, we need to get in there, vote in the person you want to vote for, and get the business done.
And that referendum is set for April 21st. A human trafficking investigation is taking place at a massage parlor in Salisbury. The police department says it was alerted to possible trafficking activity involving prostitution happening at the Thai Spa on North Salisbury Boulevard. On Wednesday, law enforcement, including the FBI, executed a warrant at the massage parlor. Police say Thai Spa is currently closed as the investigation continues in Salisbury. Coming up, trees still down at farms, how farmers are handling long-lasting damage from the recent blizzard.
It was a cold and foggy start to our Saturday. We started out at 39, then we had the warm front come through with a high of 69, 10 shy of the record of 79 degrees. We've got Sunday showers and perhaps some record heat as we head into next week. Your forecast is coming up in a few minutes. Stay tuned.
But first, all of the top stories from across Delmarva. Your Week in Review is after the break. From cleaning up downed trees to gas prices rising, there was a lot going on this week here on the coast. Charlie Sakaitis has a look at our Week in Review.
Monday, crews in Rehoboth Beach still cleaning up downed trees from our recent blizzard. Larger trees needing to be cut down into pieces of 4 feet or less and put on a public sidewalk or road to be picked up. The city saying cleanup will take several weeks. Tuesday, the Ocean's Calling lineup released headliners including Dave Matthews, Mumford & Sons, Hootie and the Blowfish, Gwen Stefani, Matchbox 20, Goo Goo Dolls, and 21 Pilots. Wednesday, new flight options. Officials with Breeze Airways out of Salisbury say the airline will start offering flights to Fort Lauderdale. Thursday, gas prices climbing across Sussex County. According to AAA, the average price of a gallon of regular gas in Delaware was around $2.90 last month. It's now over $3.25. AAA says the war in Iran, plus seasonal demand and changes in fuel production, are pushing prices higher. And Friday, now that the snow has melted, potholes becoming an increasing problem, and your car can bear the brunt of that. According to DelDOT, pothole repairs really kick in through the month of March. Motorists advised to slow down when they see a crew repairing potholes. For your Week in Review, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
Coming up next, Bob Trihey is in the CoastTV First Alert Weather Center. He says expect some Sunday showers, then even warmer weather next week. He has your full forecast next.
We saw some big changes on this Saturday. Started out cloudy and cold and foggy, and then a warm front lifted through and it got beautiful. 69 in Georgetown, 69 in Salisbury, 54 in Ocean City. Colder at the beaches. You were really socked in with the fog much of the day. The fog is clearing out on the Gateway Subaru cam right now. That's good. Tonight's going to be mild. Temperatures in the 60s inland, 50s at the beaches. Remember, move the clocks ahead 1 hour tonight as we go back to daylight saving time, as we're going to see Sunday showers, quite mild, maybe a rumble of thunder, and it will be breezy at times as well. So, yeah. 2 times in a year we have to change the clocks. This time we're springing forward. Brandon says he's a springing back kind of a guy. Yeah, I know. We lose an hour of sleep or just sleep in for an extra hour. That's about it. New sunrise is 7:23 tomorrow morning, and it sets after 7. That's nice. It's also a good time to change the batteries in the CO and smoke detectors as well. Temperatures now are very spring-like. 70 in Seaford and Laurel, 62 in Georgetown, Millsboro 63, even warming up at the beaches in some locations. Bethany Beach 59, but mid-40s in Rehoboth and Ocean City. And you can see where this stationary boundary is. To the north, 40s and 50s. From PA up to New York City, to the south and west, we're in the 60s and 70s as the winds have shifted to the south and west, at times gusting to 20 miles per hour. We're still hanging on to some dense fog at the beaches, so a dense marine fog advisory through tomorrow morning as some of that fog clings to the coast, but you can see the visibility is improving as we go into the morning hours. And right now it's mostly clear skies as that warm front is lifting to the north. We are seeing some showers just west of DC with a broken line of showers here. These were much stronger earlier. Now they're losing their punch a little bit as they move to the east along a trough. It's definitely stronger showers and storms across the southeast, severe weather there, but we're tracking this front that will move through tomorrow, then much drier after that. Along the coast, we're in the 60s from Lewis to Dewey Beach, Bethany Beach, and Chincoteague with showers as we go into tomorrow. And Futurecast keeps us really mild through the overnight into tomorrow morning, mid-60s. So out the door, well, headed to church, make sure you set your clocks ahead 1 hour, and also make sure you have the umbrella because we're looking at showers, maybe a rumble of thunder in the morning hours, maybe some brief heavy rain, and still mild into the afternoon near 70 degrees. And then as we move into Monday morning, it's going to be cooler in the 40s and then beautiful into the afternoon on Monday with temperatures near 70. Showers on Sunday and then a chance of heavier rain by Thursday, but in between it's a big ridge that will give us temperatures that will be near record warmth in the middle of the week. But here comes a strong front giving us heavier rain Thursday, then cooler weather behind it. 60 tonight. It's going to be mild. 69 on Sunday with scattered showers. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Mid-70s Tuesday, near record warmth Wednesday. Showers Thursday, then cooler Friday, and then into the weekend, partly cloudy Saturday and a high of 59.
Thank you, Bob. Farmers across Sussex County are still cleaning up from last week's blizzard. Section of farm fencing were destroyed, leaving property lines open, creating costly repairs. But the issue isn't just the cost. As Sussex County continues to grow and develop, farmers say wildlife is getting pushed towards their farmlands, making those fences all the more important.
As development has its grip on Sussex County, especially southeastern Sussex County where we live, wildlife, especially deer, have nowhere to go. So they go to what remaining farmland is left, and they can eat our crops, they can damage our trees. So we have to invest heavily in deer fence to keep them out of our orchards in order to protect our crops from losses.
Farmers say that repairs can cost up to over $5,000. At the Cape Henlopen State Park, trails have reopened following a temporary closure due to debris and snow from the winter storm. The Junction and Breakwater and Gordon's Pond trails. Coming up, the melting snow and warmer weather means potholes, the repairs ahead for DelDOT and mechanics. Tributes and upgrades to the Wilmington DMV. The location will reopen after December's tragedy. That's up next on CoastTV News at 11. On December 23rd, Corporal Ty Snook was murdered while working at the Wilmington DMV. The DMV has been closed since that tragedy. NBC's Tim Furlong shows us the new look DMV and tributes in the building for the late state trooper.
Yes, so still a lot of things happening.
DelDOT's C.R. McLeod gave me a first look at the newly renovated DMV facility in Newcastle. It's been closed since December 23rd when Delaware State Police Corporal Ty Snook was murdered while working an overtime shift here.
So the first thing customers are going to notice when they come back in here, you're going to go through metal detectors. Nobody's getting in with any weapons. You'll also notice the entrance area and the exit area are now completely separated, and these are the only ways in and out of the building except during an emergency.
A private security employee will be next to the metal detector, and these will also be at the state's other DMV locations.
You don't have to completely empty pockets unless the system flags it for you. These are being used at stadiums, Citizens Bank Park, Lincoln Financial Field.
Once inside, you'll come to what by next week is going to be a fully glass-enclosed greeter area where a state trooper will be positioned. You'll also notice an area with two-way mirrored glass where law enforcement can keep an eye on the lobby. You're also going to find this wall, a collage of words, a tribute.
These are all words that Mrs. Snook used in her eulogy of Corporal Snook. He wasn't just a face here at the DMV. He was a colleague and a friend.
Newcastle employees now working at other DMV locations will get to come back to see the changes Monday while the DMV is still closed. Counselors will be here for employees who might feel overwhelmed. And on Tuesday, this location opens for already filled up appointment slots. It'll stay appointment only here for at least a month or so.
What we don't want is 400 plus people in here, a big crowd. We want to manage it.
This facility helps about 3,000 customers each week, but for the sake of the traumatized employees, they want to sort of slow walk the reopening, at least for a little while. I'm Tim Furlong, Coast TV News.
A new nonprofit is being formed to honor fallen state trooper Ty Snook and to support families facing similar loss. The Snook Foundation is being created to help the spouses and children of fallen officers across the country, build connections, share experiences, and find long-term support. The Delaware DMV is warning people about a new text scam, fake messages claiming people owe money for traffic or toll violations, and urging them to click a link to pay by a specific deadline. The texts say you could lose your car registration or driving privileges if you do not pay. According to the DMV, these messages are scams designed to steal money and gain access to personal and financial information. Do not click any links or provide any of your personal information. Now to the roads. As the snow melts and temperatures start to warm, road conditions become a concern, especially with potholes. They're created from the extreme cold and snow from the winter months, and that means your car can suffer the consequences.
Usually you'll feel a shaking either in the seat or in the steering wheel. If it's in the seat, it's generally a rear tire. If it's in the steering wheel, it's generally in a front tire.
The report of condition is a tool that's available on our DelDOT app. It's also on our website. Again, we even have a button you can click for a pothole, and you can tell us exactly where that is.
McLeod says pothole repairs really kick in throughout the month of March. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, where do you see potholes most often? Let's take a look at the updated results from yesterday. 54% saying neighborhood streets, 21% back roads, 17% parking lots. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttvnews.com or on our mobile app. And after the break here on Coast TV News at 11, as we take a beautiful look into Ocean City, we have a final check on your forecast. You are looking at 302 Day celebrations at the Dogfish Head Brewery in Milton today. A lot of people and their four-legged friends from all over gathered to play cornhole, enjoy some food and drinks from local vendors. Organizers and people who showed up today said the sunshine today was the cherry on top.
We're really excited that we have some vendors and small businesses that we can invite to come out and not only earn some money but also spread the word on their business. We also have the Delaware State Parks that are out. They're our beneficiary this year.
Yeah, no, you got to love your state, right? I mean, it's a great state and we got to get out here and celebrate it.
Organizers say they were able to raise $7,000 for the Delaware State Parks from the event fundraising. Popcorn popping all across Ocean City as the 10th anniversary of the Ocean City Film Festival continues. Ocean City venues like the Cambria Hotel, the Dough Roller, and Princess Royal Resort hosted for people to watch all kinds of films and hear directly from the directors. Organizers with the Art League of Ocean City and Film Junkies About share what makes this event so special.
These are not films that are playing in theaters regularly. All different stories. Some of them are only a few minutes. They tell a story in like just 3 minutes. And then some of them are feature-length films and all different types of subjects, documentaries, narratives. There's literally something for everyone here.
It's one of the, I think, best things Ocean City does. So we make a point to come down here and see the movies every year.
More events will take place in Ocean City tomorrow at the Flagship Theater, the Gold Coast Theater, and Secrets. Bob, is it movie watching weather or is it beach weather tomorrow?
Oh, I think it's going to be both, as a matter of fact. And Brandon, I tell you what, that movie Popcorn Popping, I'm really hungry for popcorn now. But before you eat the popcorn, make sure you set your clocks ahead 1 hour tonight as we spring forward to daylight saving time. We're going to be very mild overnight in the 60s and then showers. If you're off to church, make sure you set your clocks ahead and also make sure you have the umbrella. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 69 with showers on Sunday. Sunset a little bit after 7 o'clock, and then Monday, gorgeous 71. Mid-70s Tuesday, near record warmth on Wednesday. A stronger front on Thursday brings showers, 65. Cooler after that. A cool and dry weekend and maybe some showers to start the following week. No snowflakes there. That's good to see, Brandon.
That's good to see. Yes, exactly, Bob. Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. Saturday Night Live starts right now. Have a great night.